Hello, I'm drinking a shadow whiskey, and I would like to introduce the concept of Supersanity to you. And I will definitely make much more videos dedicated to Supersanity, because it's basically my lifestyle, my life philosophy. Supersanity means that you have mastered all the thinking layers. See one of my previous virtual gramophone video for that. So you can perform a deep analytical process. You can see all the possibilities. You can calculate the situation independently. This will lead to you realizing what things are like universal and fixed, given by natural laws, and which things are just culturally induced, or which are just your own limitations you have created in your head. You will see it very, very clearly. It's basically like seeing through the code this world is made of. But it's a very long process to master this ability. And it's a huge double-edged sword. Because when you have mastered it, and you are able to see through, then many things in this world, many constructs, will all of a sudden seem completely pointless, unnecessary, or just provisory. And it will be things most people are convinced are okay, or that they should be this way. I will give you a few examples. First, the whole school system is very provisory. It actually needs improvement. It needs a huge revolution. But most people would tell you, no, it's the students who should change. Without realizing that this sentence is being said for centuries and it didn't change. So maybe the approach is not correct. Or drugs. Most people would tell you drugs are bad, they will ruin your life, blah blah blah, because they are programmed to say this. They don't think twice about it. They think of it as a fixed thing. But if you master Supersanity, or at least some degree of it, then you will realize that drugs aren't actually that bad. Some of them are much safer than, for example, alcohol. Maybe we should learn people how to do drugs safely. See, I think you're already shaking your head. Or relationships. Monogamy, like fixed monogamy with one person for your fucking lifetime, is also unnatural. And it doesn't work like it does in fairy tales or in movies. So maybe this should also change. I could continue and give you more and more examples. The reason why Supersanity is a dangerous double-edged sword is, first, that you might no longer feel compatible with today's society, or even with people you know. And then, you might even need to re-evaluate your whole life and ask yourself whether what you did was actually what you wanted, whether it made sense to you, and whether you think it's right, it should be this way, or whether you were just listening to some conventions, to people around you, or to some shit you saw in TV. It can, and it will, break your reality. But after that, after your reality is broken, it's challenged, it's re-evaluated, you will finally be in a state where you can set your own values, and you know they wouldn't be illusions, or they wouldn't serve to some conventions just because you thought they should. Of course, you can still choose to serve these conventions. You can still choose not to do drugs. You can still choose to say that drugs are bad, or to live in a monogamy, but it will be your choice. It will not come from some outside source you feel you should listen to, like society. I am also thinking like, what would happen if all people became super sane? Maybe it would lead to a huge anarchy. Who knows? Maybe not. Sometimes I think like, maybe it's good that most people are just reasonably sane, not super sane. Because maybe it's the thing that keeps society, economics, and other stuff running. And honestly, we need these things. At least now. Maybe one day there will be a full automatization of everything, but who knows? If you are asking yourself, okay, you fucking smartass, so how should I master this skill? What are the guidelines? I can't tell it to you in this video. Okay, I could, but it would be long as fuck. However, the main principle is to always think deeply about things. Play with them in your head. Ask yourself whether this is right, this is not right. Challenge everything. Search for reason behind everything and search for the reason behind the reason. Try to view other scenarios in your head. Be creative. Be analytical. This is basically it, but very, very oversimplified. Oh, and I call it Supersanity because it basically increases your sanity bar a lot. You will have 500 to normal people's 150. Some things won't even affect you, and you will be able to solve other things other people think are unsolvable. You will see solutions other people don't even consider. You will see which norms are arbitrary, unnecessary, and so.